Welcome back to the Gweilo 60 channel. I know I've been a little bit far away lately, but I thought I'd talk to you about the cost of living here in the Philippines. You might think that the Philippines is a cheap place to live, but there are some cheap, well, I guess it all depends on how you want to live. As you can see, I'm living right across from the ocean, but this is my apartment. I'm going to start with the apartment part of it. You know, the idea that, oh, and sorry for the sound, because when you get inside a place like this, you're going to get an echo off the walls. I don't have a lot of furniture yet, but I'm working on it. You see, it came with a bed, but a mattress is 5,000 pesos. 5,000 pesos is about 125 Canadian dollars, and I'll be quoting this in Canadian dollars. You get these plastic, and everybody's got these things. They're plastic dressers. They come at around 1,200, 1,300 pesos. And as I say, it's 25 Canadian dollars to 1,000 pesos. So you guys do the math. It's maybe 30 bucks type thing, right? But it's a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's got a balcony off the master bedroom, and it's got a second bedroom with some bunk beds, and the bunk beds come with the unit, as the bed did too, just no mattresses. And I had to put a dresser in that room too, and I'm going to put some mattresses in there. When I moved in here, when I started to look at the place, a guy named Bern, an American, was in here, living here, and he had put the air conditioner in. He had put the fridge in and a stove and stuff like that. And I paid 17,000 pesos for that. So what is that? 250, 400 bucks, four and a quarter type thing. So pretty inexpensive stuff. You know, you've got a full bath in here, which. You know what I mean? And the washing machine I put in myself, and I think that was about 5,000 pesos too, so 125 bucks. You know, big living room, dining room, small kitchen, but when I put an oven in, that was 7,000 pesos, so about 165, 175 bucks Canadian. You know, everything's got a price tag on it. Water dispenser, 399 pesos. So, well, you do the math on that. It's for 100 pesos, it's $2.50. So, you know, under 10 bucks. This is the stove that came with the unit, and then you got another balcony out here, which is sort of nice. You know what I mean? It's picturesque, and you've seen this in one of my recent videos. I did a video out on the balcony here, but this unit here, 2-bedroom on the 3rd floor, right in front of the ocean. The ocean view is great. Is 9,000 pesos. 9,000 pesos comes out to about 220 Canadian dollars, or probably about 170 American dollars. And I pay my rent once a month. I have to pay my power bill. Last month it was $400. A month before that it was 400 pesos. Sorry, so 10 bucks. The month before that it was 1,000. Just about 1,000 pesos. So, you know, the idea that the cost of living in an apartment in the Philippines, in Gweilo, it could be different in Manila and Cebu and places like that. But as I say, it's fairly inexpensive. But when you've got to go get cash from the ATM machine, because you're only allowed to bring so much money into the country, and every time, and you can only take out 10,000 pesos at a pop. So you're looking at a 250 peso fee to bring international money into the ATM machines here in the Philippines. So for every 10,000, I got to pay 250. So that's 2.5%. And that comes out to between $6 and $7 type thing every time, and you can only do 10,000 pesos at a pop. So when I go and pick up 30,000 pesos out of my Canadian bank, I'm paying 750 pesos, so I'm paying about 20 bucks a day to get 30,000 pesos. I don't need 30,000 pesos to live per day, but I'm sort of stocking up on cash here. I got a bank account here the other day, so I can do bank transfers now and such. But you know, so there are some things that do get expensive. Banking is one of them. If anybody out there, like sort of new at this. When I'm in China, I just ATM and money out of Canada, and there's not a lot of charge in China for that. Here, it's more expensive. So if you know an easier way to move money other than like a bank transfer, I've heard Remitly, Western Union, what do they charge? Put it in the comment section below. I'm sort of a newbie at this kind of stuff, but you fill up the motorcycle and it costs 200-300 pesos. It costs like $7.50. I drove to San Jorge, which is 34 kilometers, and then we went out to a resort about 15 kilometers outside San Jorge. Then I drove back to Calboyog. So what is it, 50-some kilometers each way type thing to the resort and back. And then I drove around Calboyog for 3 or 4 days, and I went through $5 worth of gas. You know what I mean? So the fuel in the motorcycles are not even a thing. Okay, you go in grocery shopping. Everything is processed food here. Like I'm telling you, you see the grocery carts with people, and everything is packaged. It's unreal. But you get a bag of Doritos. It's 165 pesos for a bag of Doritos. So what's that? $4? So it's comparable to the Western world or even China. You go to let me think. You go to McDonald's and you get a coffee. It's for large. It's 62 pesos, so it's like $1.25. So it's the same basically as it is anywhere else around the world. With your food chains like Jollibee's, for instance, you can go get rice, mashed potatoes, gravy, 2 pieces of chicken, an iced tea or a Coke or whatever, and it costs you, I think, 175 pesos. So again, $2 type thing. It's no, 250, $4. Sorry. I done took my sped math course. Yes, I did. So in the chain stores or the fast food restaurants and stuff like that, you're paying, but you can go to these smaller restaurants on the street type thing, and you can power eat for like 100 pesos, and it's just as good a food as probably better food than the fast food restaurants. We've got a dock, a pier that the fishermen come and they sell their wares in the morning, and it's best to get there around 6:30 in the morning. And you can buy a kilogram of nice big shrimp for 400 pesos for a kilogram of nice fresh shrimp. Oh, it's amazing. You can get the smaller ones, and they're about 280 pesos for a kilogram of the smaller shrimp. You can buy a 20-pound tuna for 800 pesos. So the idea is $16 for a 20-pound tuna, or $8 for a kilogram of fresh shrimp right out of the ocean or out of the sea type thing. It's so the seafood here is very inexpensive. If you go to the docks and you don't buy it in the Super Metro or Pure Gold or down at Gweilo Mall. I was walking through the Gweilo Mall here a week ago with my camera, and I was going to do a video. It never did work. So, but the security guard, one of the security guards, came up to me as I was walking along, looking at my camera, and he says, "You're not allowed to film in here." I said, "I don't understand English." He just turned around and walked away. He just, oh God. Well, you can get away with a lot here. I took Regine shopping for some. Took Regine shopping for some. Here she is. You're back already. I took her shopping for some clothes here the other day, and you're not allowed to take alcohol in. So what I did is I took a Sprite bottle and a soju, emptied out the Sprite, put soju in because it's nice and clear. And so I'm sitting there, she's shopping, and I'm sitting there drinking. As I said, I took Regine shopping, and we bought her some pants and shirts and whatever. But the clothes here are fairly inexpensive too. Like $760 for one pair of pants, a pair of black dress pants for 1,000 pesos, so $25. A pair of blue jeans, I think, was 700. So $18 for a pair of blue jeans, $18 for some khakis, dress pants, $25, things like that. So when you're shopping, I guess it depends on where you're shopping too. The meat is, well, I bought a kilogram of chicken legs and paid 250 pesos. So 250 pesos, that's $6.75-ish type thing. So chicken is fairly cheap here. Pork is a little bit more expensive. Beef is very expensive, and it's not of the best quality. So, there's give and take. As I say, a lot of stuff is packaged. They've got like whole rows of Ichiban. They've got, canned corned beef and canned this and canned that. So yeah, a lot of processed food, not a lot of vegetables. You'd think in a place like this, they'd have lots of vegetables, and the vegetables like the Super Metro are expensive. But you go down to, they've got wet markets and stuff, and you're paying 200 pesos, so $5 for a kg of potatoes. Same thing for carrots. You're paying like $2.50 for hot peppers per kilo for hot peppers. So it's fairly inexpensive when you're buying food, if you know where to shop and go and do things. Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. The cost of vehicles is very inexpensive. I don't know what's with it. They probably don't have taxes or anything. Like I know a friend of mine, Steve, he got himself a big old Nissan. I think it's a Nissan truck. 4-door truck. He paid 1.3 million pesos, so that would be just around the 25,000 Canadian dollar mark for something that I would imagine you probably pay $60,000-$70,000 for in Canada. So life can be inexpensive here. But for a stallion, which is a regular sized beer, not a tall boy, you're paying about 70 pesos in the bar for it. I'm not sure what you pay for it in the Metro. You get a liter for 170 pesos. So you do the math on this. You go to Shakey's and you get a small San Miguel beer, and that's Red Horse beer. That's 6.9%. But you get to the cans of San Miguel, and you go to Shakey's and you're paying 110 pesos. So you're paying 275-ish, 265-ish per small beer in a Shakey's pizza place. It's a pizza place, sort of like the Pizza Hut of the Philippines. And you can get pizzas anywhere from 500 to 1,000 pesos, depending on if it's premium and classic and stuff. So as I said before, you get into those chain fast food restaurants, pizza places and stuff, you can spend a fair chunk of change in a very short time period. We were doing the Expat Wednesday over the Mango. We had during the day we had 2 baby boy burgers, or 180 a piece, and I had some tacos, and that was, I think, 250 pesos. I'm talking pesos here. Regina had some pancit and some sisig and rice and stuff, and then we drank beer like beer pigs and stuff. But I didn't pay the day before, and I didn't pay on Wednesday. I went in Thursday, drank some beer and stuff, and my bill came out to $3,200. I give them $3,500 with a tip type thing. So if you're out and about and you're doing it up right, you can go through. I go through over 100,000 pesos every month, but I have fun every day, and I travel around. I went up to Katarman here a couple weeks ago and got rained out. I was on the motorcycle, got rained out, ended up in a resort in one of those little A-style cabins. It was $2,200 a night, so $60 a night for a cabin in a resort. They had a bar, they had restaurants. It was quiet. It was really nice. It rained for 3 days, so I stayed for 3 days. So you're not. If you come to the Philippines, if you want to be frugal, you can. If you want to stay in an Airbnb for the first couple of months, I was paying 20,000 pesos a month for it. But it was convenient. I call up, it's waiting there for me. You got your towels, you got your television, you've got like you take your clothes out, 8 kilograms of clothes getting washed and dried and folded nicely, 180 pesos for 8 kilograms of clothes at a laundromat here, and they do all the work for you. I bought a washing machine because you don't have to go and take it out, you don't have to pay for it, you don't have to go get it and bring it home and stuff like that. It just seems easier. So you can be frugal, or you can spend like a drunken sailor. Some days I'm frugal, and some days I spend like a drunken sailor. Some days I am a drunken sailor, and stuff. It's more expensive in the Philippines than it is in China. I know that because the food in China is maybe half the price, and the vegetables and the fruits are at least 1/3 the price in China than they are here in the Philippines. But I noticed it was feels like 6 degrees in Nanning this morning, and this morning I woke up, it was 25 degrees here, going up to 32, and winters are better here for sure, because I don't like cold weather. Anyway, that's sort of an idea of how much you're going to spend if you get into your own place. Oh, hotels, you can get into the Grand Mercy Hotel for 1,400 pesos a night. That's not bad. The Siriaco, you're going to pay about 3,000. It's more of an upscale. I stayed at the Rosbanil in Tacloban, 2,800 a night. I stayed at the Summit, 3,400 a night. I stayed at the Red Horse where it was 900 per night. In the Nova in Catbalogan, I paid 1,200 a night. So it all depends on what type of amenities you want. I could go on and on and on forever. Maybe I'll make another video like this in the near future, covering some other things and other costs here in the Philippines, but I think this is long enough. So that's another video from the second balcony on Gweilo 60's apartment. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Don't forget to resubscribe, hit the bell, and all of those other good things that you're supposed to do, but you never do anymore. I've become obsolete in this world, but I'm having a good time. I'm healthy, I'm happy, and until next time, peace out. Thanks for watching. Bye now.